windows, sat in a chair, wooden chair. This arm was strapped with leather straps to the chair. I had electrodes, which then had soaked.
So we'll stop there because I'm not going to be able to actually share that part of the video with you. But this person is actually explaining electrolysis, like not electrolysis, like ECT, electroconductive therapy, to what they used to do to people to try to heal them from their, homosexuality or whatever lifestyle that they were living. Now, we disavow, okay, right off the bat. We disavow, all right, that should have never happened. That is absolutely barbaric. And actually, the people who came up with this, I would gather that they're also the people who promote this type of lifestyle, because then you can make money off of it, right? So totally we disavow. I can't say that enough, because how could you ever heal somebody by shock? That is crazy. That's crazy. So I don't care what it is, like you can't do that to people, okay? So in this video, we're going to go into watching these two, I guess, old transgender meet young transgender. I guess they're gonna be proud of each other for everything they went through and everything they've done. We know how this goes, right? So like, let's just listen. But I'm going to skip that part because I know how it gets. But I feel bad that happened to this person. It's not right. All right. So let's go ahead and watch this clip. And please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.
Videos on TV, and I'm like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to be like a powerful sexual woman and just like be completely free.
I remember at the age of 3 or 4, probably 4.
Let's just stop for a second. That's not a woman, so it still didn't work. So actually, I want to rewind and kind of see what point this person was trying to make, as far as like, oh, I wanted to be like a powerful sexual woman. Like, that's not what being on. Everybody thinks like I get it, especially when kids are very insecure, so they're at this position in life where they're like, oh, I just want attention, so I want to be a powerful sexual woman or whatever. You think like you're looking at the glitz and glam of, like, especially somebody who's going through something, right? Heels, makeup, eyelashes, and oh my God, that's not all there is to being a woman. It's not only that.
Attempted suicide when I was 16, 17. Saw a psychiatrist when I was 17, and that's when the conversion practice kicked in.
Yeah, that's really like hard to hear, to be honest, like, because it was just such a different time, and like it really upsets me the fact like you had to go through that.
So when did you first experience gender confusion?
Before the answer. So again, back then, I don't know what happened to this person. What I'm saying to that, and I'm not saying they were born like that either. But I could sit down and wonder, how did you get there? And just really wonder, like, have a real conversation. Nowadays, they're making a fad out of it. Like, it's where it's a fashion statement. It is ballooning, where like somebody just has a bad day and is like, oh, you might be in the wrong body, because it's a business. It's a full-on industry. It's a sick gift that keeps on giving.
I think I first felt different when I was literally in the playground and my body was different to my friends. Like, I did not understand what gender meant. I used to like be obsessed with Britney Spears, be obsessed with Christina Aguilera. Then I would watch their music videos on TV and I'd be like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to be like a powerful sexual woman and just like be completely free.
I remember at the age of 3
so
or 4.
That's what happens. So like they wanted to be like Britney Spears, a powerful, maybe, or maybe you just were like gay, like I mean, I just, like, I just don't understand. To me, seeing Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera made you want to change your sex. It just doesn't add up.
Probably 4. I had a sister who I invented a game where we swapped clothes. And it's never been about clothes. It's never been about makeup. I've never wanted to be a beautiful woman because there's absolutely no way that I could do that.
You are a beautiful
no,
woman.
no.
You are.
But do you see the reality? This person's what that person's saying, right? It's not, I'm not gonna be mean like, yeah, because you would be a busted Jones. It's not that. It's just he's saying like, I felt something inside of me, but it wasn't about I just want to look pretty, right? Because I know I can't really, come on, like I can't really like be pretty because my structure is not made for that, especially at that age, because especially around that time, because like there weren't blockers and things like that, all right? Then this person's like, you are a beautiful man. You're just saying that as a virtue signal. That's why he's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, at least people were more realistic and not thinking that everything was hate, just to think realistic. And I'm still not promoting his lifestyle. I'm not. And I'm sorry. Somebody's going to watch this and say, oh, you keep saying his. Come on, he's 60 years old. He deserves to be called. I do see a man in heels. That's what I see. And I really shouldn't even have said sorry. That's what I see. And I'm not wrong for that. Would I go out my way to be like, come on, man, what are you doing? I'm not. No, I'm not a hateful person, nor do I have some sort of self-hating issue where I feel like I need to get attention by hurting somebody else's feelings. I'm not going to go out my way, but don't ask me. If you ask me an honest question like, oh, so you're not going to use my female pronoun? I've been a female for 60 years. That's when I'm going to be like, I see a man, number one. Number two, you can't tell me how to talk. It's just that simple. You can have a wonderful day, but I don't have to say certain things.
And I remember from then the confusion and the anger and the aggression in me and hating myself for feeling the way that I did. And that was emphasized by the conversion practice in that it taught me that society must think I'm wrong, bad, evil.
Now, personally, I'm going out my way, right? So again, you can't cure something like this with barbaric behavior, okay? So that I would never, like, that's crazy people were doing that, okay? But I think he was jealous of his sister. I do. I think there was a serious jealousy of the sister. Not anything like, oh, I want to hurt my sister. No. But a jealousy where, it became like, I want to be her. Maybe mom and dad gave the sister more hugs. I don't know. I'll tell you this. For the longest time, we're going to be runnable here, right? I thought my mom didn't like me. I love my mother. We have an amazing relationship now. My mom is amazing. In fact, I can call her on some of this video. But I thought my mother didn't like me. I thought she loved my brother more than me. Now, it did not make me want to be a boy, thank God, right? But it was for the long, and I don't mean like for like 6 years of my life. Like, no, at least 17 years of my life, maybe actually after my 20s, like somewhere around when I was 24 is when that feeling started to go away because we started to have a better relationship. That could have merged into something else. It could have. It didn't, thank God, right? But that's the honest truth. So sometimes we forget what got us to that point, especially at a young age, and especially you never know. You just never know. Because I still don't think that it was that this person was born like this. I think that they were trying to achieve something personally. That's what I think.
It's not to do with testosterone, just. So there is an issue. And the line that I would follow is that it's up to individual sports, how they deal.
You're still doing it. So you see, and I went through all this to feel bad for this person, and now they done piss me off. A man is not a woman. Okay? This person's talking about weight. Men physique and female physique is different. And it doesn't have to do with testosterone. The structure of how a man is made, it's different. The bone density, it's different. So you can have a man and a woman who weigh the same amount, but the punch, because they do boxing and all that, right? It's going to hit differently. It's going to pack a different kind of punch where a man could knock out a woman faster than a woman could knock out a man. Okay. So this notion of saying, well, they're just doing that to be mean. No, this should not be happening. Okay. Jazz should have been able to play soccer as a child, but it's a female sport team. And as a matter of fact, like, come on, like, all right, even on a cultural level, I've gone to cheer competitions, and I've seen little boys with skirts on in the cheer competition. It's like, God, like, come on. It's an attention thing, and somebody will say, well, what's the big deal? So they're not competing then. Hey, I mean, a girl can't have, boys can be in the cheerleading, that we have boys in cheerleading, right? I mean, do whatever you want, but it's a girl. It is a girl thing. It is a girly thing. It is. Like, we need to figure out why the kid wants to be around a bunch of girls. Like, I don't know. It's just, but what this person just said about, they're just being mean. Absolutely not. This has to stop. What it's also doing is it's merging life and saying that there's no difference between men and women, right? And so now there's no man, there's no women. Men can do whatever women do. And one day they will make a man have a baby. I really do believe that will happen, right? And so then it's really like, well, now we can have kids too. So we have to now take it out of just science, where we're saying, well, I mean, a man can, we could do weight, like the weight, see if they're the same weight, or, hey, whatever, it's just cheerleading. We have to take it back out and do a cultural thing too with it, because what it's doing is saying you could be both things at the same time and be nothing. We have to go back to a holistic way of talking to the kids. We just simply do. Okay, that's why it's important. So they call it mean as if it's an attack. It's not. There are society norms, and the norms, it's not norms to make anybody feel outside of the group, but guess what? It doesn't matter. We have to get back to holistic thinking. I see you guys at the next video. Bye.